the weird email someone sent you, the uneasy exchange you had in the hallway that you can't stop thinking about with your coworker. If you've ever wanted to be one of those women who is actually able to let things go, let work stay at work, and stop ruminating and actually enjoy your life outside of work and be present for your loved ones, no matter how much funky stuff went down during the day, stick around because today's video is for you. Welcome back to Feminine Success Friday. I am your host, Jade McConna, career coach for high-achieving women at Petite Powerhouse and the most confident woman in the workforce today. Let's get into it. Now, rumination is defined as excessive or repetitive thinking about the same event. So essentially overthinking or giving something an undue amount of thought, more than it deserves. So what we're really doing when we ruminate is letting something steal our peace that doesn't deserve it. And if you are a person who's thinking, well, it's good to ruminate, I'm just very conscientious, I care a lot about my job, I just want to specify that rumination is beyond all of that. And you may think that you're being caring and conscientious, but the cost of rumination is so high. It can lead to mental burnout. It leads to chronic pain and stress. It leads to diminished personal relationships. So it's really not a joke, and it's really not an admirable quality. And overthinking is just as bad as overworking. It is another form of hustle culture and busy bragging that we've learned to glorify, when in fact it's very harmful to us. And most importantly, just like everything with hustle culture, it will not correlate to greater long-term success. If you are overthinking, you're going to burn out, you're going to be in it for the sprint, and you're not going to last the marathon. So it is in your best interest as a high-achieving woman who is serious about success to nip this habit in the bud. We want to think about things in appropriate amount, but not overthink about them. So how do you actually do that? How did I cure my rumination addiction? Well, spoiler alert, I didn't. I never cured it. But I did learn to live with it and make it something that I can cope with and manage. And that, I think, is the best that ruminating souls can really hope for. And that is what I'm going to teach you to do in these 3 tips. So my first tip for curing rumination is to confide in someone from your trust tree about what happened. Now, ruminators tend to be people like me, very introverted, very private. We don't like to talk about things that are negative or that are gnawing at us. But the reality is rumination breeds in silence. Communication kills rumination. However, as always, we want to confide in the right people, the people in our trust tree, which I talk about constantly. And if you still are having trouble figuring out who those people are, make sure to grab my download below, 6 colleagues never to confide in at work. So it's not them. It's, your BFF, your man, that one trusted mentor at work, someone that you can really trust, and share with them what's going on and unburden yourself. And they will hear you and support you, and it will give you great relief and resolution just to stop bottling it up and have it be heard. It will be a form of release. My second tip is celebrate your rumination. Honor your sensitivity. People that ruminate a lot, that is just part of the same coin of a lot of beautiful qualities. Being sensitive, being caring, being thoughtful, it's all part of the same package. You overthink about things, but you're also, incredibly sharp and have perspective and empathy and are able to read a room, which there are a lot of oblivious people out there that can't do that. So when you find yourself ruminating, instead of, beating yourself up and just being like, snap out of it, Jade, don't be so harsh with yourself, because number one, that doesn't work. It just makes you think about it more. And number two, if you are gentle with yourself and honor yourself and can even have a little bit of a sense of humor about it, it will just go so much more smoothly, and it can become a part of your life, but not like this evil force. And my third and final tip is to do one action. So if something is like bugging you nonstop, maybe it's a conflict with a person, open up your phone and set up a meeting with them for first time tomorrow morning, and be done with it. Go to hot yoga, go eat dinner with your family. You dealt with it, it's gonna be taken care of, and now it's time to let it go. Or send a quick email to someone, or do a task, or make yourself a to-do the next day. Do something so you feel like you did more than nothing and you're not frozen in this just like analysis paralysis cycle. Okay, so those are my 3 tips. Once again, they are: communicate with someone in your trust tree, 2, honor your sensitivity, and 3, commit to an action. Now, without further ado, we have the Feminine Success Friday Challenge, which of course is going to be, leave me a comment and let me know your favorite tip for how to stop rumination in its tracks. All right, I'm Jade McConna. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, join the Facebook group, Feminine Success Squad, and I will see you next week.